If you want to catch great waves, you gotta have great paddle strength. Literally, the length of your session, the size, amount, and frequency of waves you catch are determined by your paddle strength or lack of. Doesn't matter if you're a beginner surfer and you just caught the bug and you want to be a great surfer, surfing quality comes through wave quantity. Or if you're like me and you've been surfing all your life and you find that family and career are starting to keep you out of the water more, the only way to have high level surfing and all that other stuff is to grow and maintain your paddle strength from home between surf sessions. The only way to do that is through the P.E.A.K surf system. Now what is the P.E.A.K surf system? It stands for paddle, ergonomics, and air kinetics. That's body and breath. You gotta have them both because if you have any holes, the ocean's gonna expose them. So the literal definition of ergonomics is the study of people moving in their environments. You add paddle to that, for us, it's gonna be the study of surfers paddling in the water. So those are the 3 points: body, movement, and breath. So body, super tricky because paddle strength is kind of like running with your arms. It's super hard to simulate. There's a lot of muscles involved. So you got to make sure you hit them all together. And together is the important part because that's the movement pattern. You have to train them in that correct pattern. If you don't, you'll build your muscles and ligaments at the different sizes and lengths that are different from the way you're going to apply them in the ocean. That's going to kill your endurance. And picking the right resistance is super critical. This is something that so many people get wrong. Because you want to closely simulate the resistance of the water when you're paddling. If you add too much, you'll put on too much mass. You'll be heavier and it'll kill your endurance. And if you do too little of resistance, it'll just be a waste of your time. So the quickest and easiest way to do that from home is with these P.E.A.K power bands. Now what makes these superior to anything else is that it does all these things. It does all the right muscles in the right movement pattern, and I've selected the right resistance for you to build it for endurance, for paddling. But what puts this above anything else, nothing comes even close, is because of the sheer convenience. And you can do these at home. Here's why. These come with this little strap. It's got a little ball in there. You close that into your door. And you put this right in front of your TV, somewhere in your bedroom, doesn't matter where. And you can do it at home. You walk by it every day. So some people always, I get this question quite often, what's the best workout? What's the number one workout? The best workout you can do is the one that you'll do every day. You don't have to drive to the swimming pool, to the gym, you got no gadgets. It's so simple. It's pure convenience is what makes the system so powerful. Now, that covers the body, but there's another side to paddle strength, and that is your breath. This is something that everyone misses. Because surfing is an endurance sport, what makes it so unique is that you're forced to hold your breath over and over through duck dives, being caught inside, wipeouts, and all that stuff. So we got air kinetics. The literal definition of kinetics is the rates of biochemical change. So you add oxygen or air on top of that, it's how fast you burn oxygen. And there's 2 sides to this. There's above water and below water. I'll start with below water. So below water is when you're holding your breath, and that's, I look at that as a withdrawal, taking away oxygen. So if you're burning oxygen faster than you need to underwater, or if you don't know how to properly hold your breath, you pop up more depleted, and that kills your paddle strength. And then the other side of that is the deposit. So that's when you're on your board paddling. But the problem with that is that you are lying face down. It's put pressure on your diaphragm, which forces you to do something called chest breathing or inverted breathing. And that means that you only take about a 50% inhale. So you're only filling your lungs about 50%, so that you're also losing oxygen above water. So you have a withdrawal above and below if you don't focus on breath. So with the P.E.A.K surf system, it does all the workouts with the P.E.A.K power bands, hitting all these, but also is combined with breath training. And this is what sets it apart even more, because breath holding exercises targeted the right way does 3 things. It strengthens your cardio system, your lungs, your heart, and your diaphragm. This is going to allow you to take in more oxygen because you have a stronger system, but also it's going to make your body produce more red blood cells. That's going to increase your oxygen carrying capacity, so your body can hold more oxygen. This goes huge for endurance. But then the third part is something called oxygen efficiency, and this means doing more with less. Because you're constantly holding your breath, you're going to have less oxygen. You need to be able to perform with less oxygen. So this is going to go huge for holding your breath, as well as really fast recovery. So if you catch a wave and you paddle back out, you'll be able to have the strength to catch a wave right away without having to rest. What's super important about paddle strength is you have to cover all these things. You cannot have any holes. If you do, the ocean is so powerful and it will expose any weakness you have. If you have a weak muscle, all the other muscles will be forced to compensate, and they'll just topple over like dominoes, and they'll kill your endurance and your strength. Or if you don't have breath training, you can't even come to the dance because you're forced to hold your breath all the time. If you do not focus on the breath training, all that other stuff is just a waste of time. So that's what I offer with the P.E.A.K surf system, covering all these holes so you can have elite level paddle strength and great surfing no matter what your situation is. So when you decide to invest in the P.E.A.K Surf system, I'm going to give you all these video trainings that teaches you all of these workouts, how to do the breath training, how to use the P.E.A.K power bands, but I'm also going to send you those bands for free, also worldwide free shipping. So anywhere in the world, I'll send those to you right away. But when you click down, you get instant access to all the other trainings as well. There's a whole list of other bonuses that are complimentary to this system. So scroll down and read all those different things that I provide to you. Those are all for free as well. And on top of that, I stand behind this system 110%. I offer what I call the Wave Multiplier 110% guarantee. Well, what does that mean? If after 60 days you haven't at least doubled the amount of waves that you're catching per session, I'll give you 100% of your money back, and you don't even get to send the bands back. You get to keep those as my gift to you. So at best, if I'm right, you double the amount of waves that you catch. That could be hundreds of more waves a year, thousands of more waves in your lifetime. But if I'm wrong, you get all your money back and you get to keep the bands anyways. So I want you to understand exactly what I'm offering you. Yes, it's all the video training. Yes, it's all the bonuses. Yes, it's the P.E.A.K power bands for free. But truly what I offer is wave quantity. So I want you to picture just for a second, you're headed down to the beach to go surfing, and a genie were to pop out of the bush and come up to you and say, hey, if you give me 5 cents, I'll allow you to catch double the amount of waves this next session. That would be the easiest yes of your life, and that's truly what I offer. For this price, for what I'm offering, all that wave quantity, thousands more waves in your lifetime, I think it's the deal of a lifetime, and I want to make this super easy for you to say yes to. That's why I offer that 110% guarantee. So the next thing you need to do is just click the button below, tell me where to send those, and you'll get instant access to all the training I talked about, plus all the bonuses below. My name is Kyle Russ. This is the P.E.A.K Surf System.